The much-awaited ATP Finals are upon us. The annual year-end tournament is starting on the 13th of November in Turin. 8 players will be battling it out for the trophy and 1,500 crucial ATP points. The draw for the tournament is finally out, and it places Nadal and Djokovic in opposite groups. In today's video, we'll be doing a preview of what you can expect from the tournament and what exactly is on the line. First things first, how's the prestigious tournament shaping up this year? The ATP Finals is by definition the most coveted trophy in the tennis world, as only the top 8 players in the world can take part. This time around, the singles tournament will be contested by Rafael Nadal, Novak Djokovic, Stefanos Tsitsipas, Daniil Medvedev, Casper Ruud, Felix Auger-Aliassime, Andrei Rublev, and Taylor Fritz. There really are no weak players in this tournament, so there won't be any easy matches. The above players are divided into 2 different groups, red and green. Serbian superstar Novak Djokovic is in the red group, while the world number 2 Rafael Nadal is in the green group. The current world number 1, Carlos Alcaraz, will be missing out on the tournament with an abdominal injury. His missing out means that current number 9 Taylor Fritz will be taking his place in this year's tournament. Let's take a look at how both groups are shaping up. Up next, what does the red group look like? The red group will be tightly contested, as it has Novak Djokovic, Daniil Medvedev, and Tsitsipas, who have all won the prestigious trophy in the past. Andrei Rublev is the 4th member of the group, who's certainly no schmuck himself. The fight to get to the last 4 of the tournament in this group will be a tough one to call. Both Djokovic and Tsitsipas would be looking to pick up some important ATP points from the tournament and improve their rankings, and Medvedev has proved in the past that he can beat anyone on his day. Medvedev is fresh from his appearance in the final last year, where he lost to Alexander Zverev. He also won the tournament the year before, where he defeated Dominic Thiem in the final. So this group really can't get more competitive if you ask us. On past record and ability, we are inclined to think that Novak would be the favorite, but we definitely won't be betting against anyone in this group. Stefanos Tsitsipas would definitely be backing himself to spoil the Joker, as he looks to pick up his 2nd ATP Finals trophy after winning the tournament for the first time back in 2019. Moving on, who's battling it out in the green group? The green group seems a little easier, on paper at least, as no one in this group has previously won the ATP Finals tournament. If you ask us, it looks like the groupings were created by Rafael Nadal himself. It's the top 8 players in the world, so there's hardly an easy game in this tournament. However, if you'd asked Rafa before the draw which 4 players he wanted in his group, he would have picked these 3 players in his group, and we don't mean any offense to the others in the group. Nadal will be going up against Casper Ruud, who's arguably the weakest indoor player in all the 8 players in this tournament, Taylor Fritz, and Felix Auger-Aliassime. Now, all of these are good players, but we believe that Nadal would seriously be fancying his chances to win the trophy this year. Rafa, historically, hasn't had a pretty good record at the ATP Finals and has never won the tournament in all these years. With his playing style, the surface of these courts has never suited him, to be honest. The topspin shots that he plays don't hold up on the surface as well as they do on other courts. Rafa recently shared his thoughts on the tournament, mentioning that he's really looking forward to taking part in it. The Spaniard said that being able to take part in this last tournament of the year is proof that you've done well throughout the year, which is a good feeling to have. Next up, what's at stake in the 2022 ATP Finals? Even though it's not one of the 4 major tennis Grand Slams of the year, it's still one of the most prestigious tournaments of the year. It has a handsome amount of prize money to be won, but that's not even the most important thing at stake here. There are 1,500 ATP points up for grabs, which could give the winner a spectacular boost to their ranking. Both the world number 2 Rafael Nadal and number 3 Stefanos Tsitsipas would be looking to do well and close the gap on Carlos Alcaraz at number 1. Any substantial amount of ATP points could be really helpful for both of them, as Alcaraz could potentially be out for 6 weeks and looks almost certain to miss out on the Davis Cup as well. With him out for a while, both Nadal and Tsitsipas would be looking to close the year out as number 1. Other than these 2, 5-time ATP Finals champion Novak Djokovic would also be targeting the tournament to give his ATP points total a much-needed boost. With another win, he can also become the joint most successful player in the tournament's history, matching Swiss legend Roger Federer, who's won the tournament a record 6 times. The Serbian has been having a torrid time lately in terms of his rankings, as he's missed out on a number of ATP tournaments and points because of his unvaccinated status for COVID-19. He's currently sitting at number 7 in the world, which is quite low for someone with his stature. He would be desperate for some improvement in his ranking. Continuing on, Novak destined to change how people see Serbia, says father Srdjan. The Serbian superstar Novak Djokovic's father claims that his son was sent by God to change his country's perception in the world. He said that the world has too often viewed Serbia only as a genocidal genocidal nation. He's of the opinion that Novak's exploits on the tennis court have helped soften the image of his country in the world. This isn't the first time Srdjan Djokovic has shared his opinions on the matter. He has accused the so-called Western media of unfairly targeting Novak. He obviously has pretty strong opinions on the matter and is never shy of expressing them. In the past, he has gone on to claim that people, from Western Europe supposedly, don't like seeing someone like Djokovic, who's from an Eastern European country like Serbia, dominating such an elite sport. He explained that Djokovic emerged as a world-class tennis player from Serbia when the country and its people were going through one of the most difficult times in its history. His father went on to claim that Novak emerged as a shining star protected by God from a nation like Serbia in an impossible time. He became a world-class player when people thought that no good could come out of a bad nation as painted by the Western media's propaganda, like Serbia, at a time when people didn't think civilized people could come out of Eastern Europe. Finally, Srdjan explains why his son isn't loved by the tennis world. Well, Novak, as good a player as he is, has never been one to stay away from controversy for too long. Just earlier this year, he couldn't compete in the Australian Open because of his unvaccinated status against COVID-19 after a bizarre sequence of events before the tournament. Not only the Australian Open, but he's also missed out on a number of tournaments this year, causing his ATP ranking to suffer majorly. His father, Srdjan, claims he knows why that is. He says that the media is always trying to portray him in a certain villainous way since he is from Serbia. However, he said that their faith is strong and no amount of targeting by the media can hold him down. Srdjan appeared on the Business Price podcast in early October, where he was asked why Novak isn't as popular as someone like Rafael, Nadal, or Roger Federer. To answer the question, he went all conspiracy theorist and called tennis the bourgeois sport created by a high-class Englishman. He claimed that the high-class tennis fraternity doesn't want someone from poor Eastern Europe to become the face of tennis in the world. Djokovic Sr. said that he can't see any other reason why the people wouldn't love Novak. He's done all the right things and has been the best tennis player in the world for at least 15 years. However, he said that it doesn't matter to Novak what people think. The world will just have to accept his status as the best tennis player in the world, whether they want to or not. And that's where we'll end our video today. Thank you so much for being with us. We would love to hear from you. What are your predictions for the 2022 ATP Finals? Can Nadal finally win his first ATP Finals trophy? Do Srdjan Djokovic's conspiracy theories have any substance? Don't forget to let us know in the comment section. Please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for all the latest news in town. We'll see you in the next video.